Okay, I've got another new video for Vanguard, and now it is going to be on the Destined one for Dragon Empire. This is the Destined one of scales, Aelquilibra. So Aelquilibra is, again, the Dragon Empire representative for the Destined ones. He's a pretty cool deck. He's kind of in the middle of the meta right now. He is getting some more very good cards in 5, which should have just dropped today, although because of the post-strike in Canada right now, I don't think a lot of places have actually got set 5 in, unfortunately. So that's probably going to have to wait. So, well, that still gives me more time to finish up the last few episodes for 4. So, yeah, we're going to go into Aelquilibra right now. So, of course, we've got Aelquilibra as a starter. This is Guilrael Dragon. It's a bunch of German names. I can't pronounce them. Really only Aelquilibra and a few. But anyway, yeah, generic starter, but this is the one specifically for Aelquilibra. Rockton Wafer Dragon. Yeah, just German weapon names, because why not? When this unit is rode upon by Gatling Canone Dragon, you may call this card to a rearguard circle. If you called it, you then soul charge 1. It has the keyword overcharge. That is a new keyword for this deck specifically. And overcharge is an effect that activates for cards when they're targeted by Aelquilibra. So this card's overcharge effect is, if this unit was chosen by the ability of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Aelquilibra and its card name this turn, this unit gets an extra 10,000 power. There's also bonuses Aelquilibra gives to cards he targets as well. So there's the grade 1. Grade 2, of course, is Gatling Canone, as it was mentioned in the grade 1. When this unit is rode upon by a grade 3 card with Aelquilibra and its card name, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 grade 3 or less card from among them, reveal it and put it into your hand, and then put the rest at the bottom in any order. If you revealed a card with the overcharge ability, you soul charge 1. Now we have Aelquilibra himself. His first effect is, once per turn, you can Soul Blast 2, choose 3 of your rear guards, and they get an extra 5,000 power until the end of turn. If you chose 2 or more rear guards with the overcharge ability, you draw a card, and then this unit gets an extra 10,000 power until the end of turn. So yeah, Aelquilibra is all about a lot of power. So yeah, and the numbers in this deck can get pretty high. And yeah, and now the Divine Skill. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, you counterblast 1. Choose 2 more of your rear guards, and they get an extra 5,000 power until the end of turn. If your opponent's damage zone has 4 or less cards, choose one of your opponent's Vanguards, deal 1 damage to it. The increase of trigger effects revealed for this effect's damage check get minus 10,000. So that negates regular triggers, but it does not negate the over trigger's power. Well, it gets off 10,000, but it's still the over trigger, so good luck getting over it. Yeah. So yeah, he's pretty good. It's pretty decent. A very simple deck, I'll say. You don't really have to melt your brain so much to get this deck. Of course, 3 more copies of Aelquilibra. That's standard for you. 3 copies of this grade 3 Panzerschreck Dragon. It has the overcharge ability, auto, when this unit attacks. If this unit was chosen by the ability of Aelquilibra, you can Energy Blast 3, and this unit gets an extra 15,000 power until the end of that battle, and then at the end of that battle, retire this unit and draw a card. Or, well, draw the card, then retire this unit. So, yeah, pretty good card. We have the order to equilibrize the scales of the world. You can play this by counterblasting 1, and you must have Aelquilibra as your Vanguard. Choose up to 2 grade 3 or less cards with different names and the overcharge ability from your drop, and put them on rearguard circles. You call them to the rearguard circles. So that's ways for you to get back your overcharged units, because this deck is susceptible to your stuff getting retired. This is a way to get them back. We have the best rearguard for the deck. This is Drag Ritter Shalhoub. During your turn, if you have 3 or more units with the overcharge ability, this unit gets an extra 5,000 power. And then its own overcharge ability, when your Vanguard attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, if this unit was chosen by the ability of Aelquilibra, you Energy Blast 3, stand this unit, and then it gets 10,000 power until the end of turn. This is a great card, and if you have 2 on the field, that is going to be an incredible turn, especially if it is on your Divine Skill turn. And again, Divine Skills, you can only use that once per game. Forgot to mention that when we were on Aelquilibra. We have 4 copies of a pretty standard card to use for Dragon Empire. This is Blast Artillery Dragon Brachioforce. When this unit attack hits, you can retire this unit, draw a card, and then choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. Great card. It is just such a good common engineer for Dragon Empire. We have the Blitz Order, Bonds Between Human and Dragons. You can play this by Energy Blasting 2. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, choose one of your Vanguards and it gets an extra 25,000 power until the end of that battle. Blitz Orders are, of course, cards that you use on your opponent's turn to help defend. Next up, we got quite a few grade 1s. This is Drag Ritter Idal. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, if you have 2 or more units with the overcharge ability, Counterblast 1, draw a card, and Soul Charge 1. Very nice. And its own overcharge ability, if this unit was chosen by the ability of your Aelquilibra Vanguard, this unit gets an extra 10,000 power. Again, very simple effects that just do a lot for you. This one is Drag Ritter Farizia. It has the overcharge ability when this unit boosts. If this unit was chosen by Aelquilibra, it gets an extra 10,000 power until the end of that battle. And at the end of that battle, if you did not countercharge this turn, you retire this unit and countercharge. Very nice that Aelquilibra got all this stuff in its first outing. We have this card, Dance Princess of Elegant Flames Justina. This is an Order Searcher. When this unit is placed on rearguard from hand, if you did not play any orders this turn, discard a card from hand, search your deck for up to 1 order without the Regalious Piece name, discard it, and it gets the effect. This card can be played from drop, and when it would be put into the drop after being played, you can put it on the bottom of the deck instead. And then, at the end of the turn, shuffle the deck. So, that is a way for you to get your orders when you want them, specifically to equilibrize the world. 4 PGs for Dragon Empire, of course. Of course, if you have it, drop one of them for Elementaria Sanctitude. That's pretty standard. 4 of the non-effect crits. 3 more of the non-effect crits. Of course, you play the effect ones if you want, and you drop one of the non-effect ones to run 4 of the effect ones. However, I don't feel like this deck needs it. You soul charge enough on your own. And honestly, I've kind of lost interest in the effect crits. They're not that great. They're good in some situations, but since, again, this deck does enough soul charging on its own, it's fine. 4 of the effect fronts. These are great. You don't really need draws in this deck, as a lot of your other cards are doing drawing for you. So you use these for more defense and to put more power behind your attacks. And of course, the 4 heals. Again, if you want to use the effect heals, do that. I'm personally not a fan of them. And of course, to round it up, is arguably the best overtrigger, the Dragon Empire overtrigger. And that is it for Aelquilibra. I hope you enjoyed this video. Next up should be Alden, and then to wrap up set 4, we'll have the cover guy for the set, and the leader of the Destined one, which is Levidress. Look out for those 2 videos, which should be coming soon. I'll probably try and get them out as fast as possible so that we're not, mixing with set 5. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video.